You taped a neon sticker to my porch that says unauthorized short-term rental, over-occupancy, street parking, trash overflow, because I listed my spare room on a short-term site for 3 weekends, and now the neighborhood app is acting like I opened a 24/7 motel on Willow Ridge. Let's take a breath. I'm Officer Quinn. I'm here because the HOA logged 4 specifics. One reservation checked in with 6 adults for a listing that said max 3. 2 guest cars parked opposite each other in the cul-de-sac and forced a 3-point turn. Saturday night, the patio laughter carried past 10:15 p.m. And Sunday morning, the trash lid sat propped open with pizza boxes and raccoon glitter on the curb. I'm not here to ban family visits or pretend mortgages pay themselves. I'm here to keep this calm and walk you through what the rules actually require. Owner-present hosting rules, occupancy caps that match bedrooms and fire code, driveway first parking with a one-side-only overflow plan, quiet hours that start at 10, and trash locked down with the lid closed, and then help you flip the listing, guest messages, and house setup so your side hustle stops reading like a pop-up hostel. I wrote no parties in the description. I left earplugs in a jar like a hotel. If I wanted a motel lobby, I'd have bought a bell. The sticker made my mom think I'm subleasing to a tour bus. The sticker landed because the details stacked in one weekend. The check-in screenshot showed 6 adults for a room that should hold 3 with a shared bath. 2 cars faced each other across the circle, so your neighbor scraped her tire on her own curb. Your guests laughed long after 10 because they were West Coast and assumed your time zone bends for vibes. The bin overflowed because the liner ripped and the lid sat open all night. None of that bans hosting. It says if you host like a neighbor. Caps make it small, driveway makes it invisible. Quiet hours make it sleepy, and trash lives inside a closed lid. My neighbor across the way is heading over with a coffee and a screenshot of 2 bumpers facing off in the cul-de-sac. Please don't turn my key box into a courtroom. 20 seconds. Then we'll rewrite your listing, put tape on your driveway, and fix the bin like adults. Please. Short update. You may host owner-present guests within the HOA rules, but your listing must match a max occupancy tied to bedrooms and beds. Parking must be driveway first with any overflow on the park side of the street only. No parking opposite driveways or across the cul-de-sac throat. Quiet hours are 10 p.m., 7 a.m., and trash goes out the morning of pickup with the lid closed or not at all. We'll add a noise monitor that measures decibels only inside, not conversations, and set guest messages that say, no late-night patio, inside voices after 10. If anyone hears steady voices after 10, text me and I'll help fold the night without a thread. That single paragraph could have saved me 300 comments and a tire scrape apology. Understood. I read the CCNRs twice. It says no hotel use. I'm not a hotel. I'm a spare room and a mortgage. Hotel use is about frequency, scale, and impact. Owner presence stays within a tight cap are allowed here if you register the listing, show your occupancy, parking, and quiet plan, and keep guests inside your home's normal footprint. Whole house unhosted with turnover every 2 days reads like a business. We're drawing the line where neighbors still feel like neighbors. The guests last weekend were college friends. They booked for 3 and showed with 6 because 2 partners might stop by. How do I stop the math from multiplying at my door? You stop it before the door. Rewrite your listing. Owner present stay. Max 2 overnight adults in 1 bedroom. No visitors after 9 p.m. No outdoor areas after 10 p.m. Driveway-only parking. Booking name must be present. Any change requires host approval before arrival. Then require a guest list with full names in the platform's message thread by noon on arrival day. At the door, you greet and check the list. If heads multiplied, the extra heads go back to their car. If they argue, you cancel on the platform with the rule screenshot in the message. Your house. Your caps. The parking photo looked worse than it was. They were just unloading. Just unloading is what tow hooks say at dawn. Cul-de-sacs are for turns. You never park opposite a driveway or across the circle mouth. Paint a driveway plan, 2 spots nose to tail on your slab, and tell guests, if the driveway is full, parkside overflow down the block, not by hydrants or mailboxes. And never opposite driveways. Shoot a photo with arrows. Guests don't read paragraphs. They read pictures. The laughter. It wasn't a rave. It was a story about a kayak. Voices carry when the block sleeps. Quiet hours mean inside by 10. If they want to talk at 10:30, the couch gets the conversation and the patio goes dark. Also, set your porch light to low at 10. Big light makes big mood. The trash I'll own. The liner tore and a possum did graffiti. The lid wouldn't close over pizza fossils. Trash is not a vibe. New rule, you only put the cart out the morning of pickup. If the lid can't close, you don't set it out. Add a second cart to your account if weekends stack. Between pickups, keep bags in a lidded can in the side yard, not in an open porch bin. And tell guests. Kitchen trash only. All boxes broken down. Food waste bagged. Do not overflow or set on top. Tape a line inside the cart that says, "No higher than this. Lid must close." My neighbor is here. She brought the tire scrape story and wants a sentence that says we'll stop playing cul-de-sac chess at midnight. Short version, owner present stays only. Max 2 adults, driveway only parking with any overflow on the park side, never opposite driveways, and inside by 10 with no patio voices after that. Trash out day of with lid closed. If you hear voices after 10, text me and we'll end the porch. Chapter instead of a thread. That's the one sentence I needed. Saturday. Fair. Walk me through the listing. Edit so I don't leave a loophole big enough for a bachelor. Party. Title stays boring. Rules get bold. In house rules, put your 5 non-negotiables at the top. Owner present. Max 2 adults in 1 bedroom. Booking guest present at all times. Driveway only parking. Quiet hours 10-7. No visitors after 9. No patio use after 10. No smoking anywhere. Trash must fit with lid closed. Violation, harsh immediate cancellation with platform support called. Then in the pre-booking message, send the arrow's photo of driveway slots and the parkside overflow map and ask for full names and estimated arrival time. If someone balks, they're not your guest. I have a keypad. I hate greeting people at the door because my schedule zigzags. Do I have to be a bellhop? You don't need a hat. You need a presence. Owner present can still be a greet by camera. When they arrive, you step onto the porch or say hello through the door and match faces to the list. It's 30 seconds and it says, host present, rules real. After that, you're invisible unless they need a towel. The platform keeps pushing instant book. The algorithm loves it. The thread would not. Turn instant book off. You want the message first so your rules live in the record. The algorithm isn't paying your fines. Your block will. What about a noise device? The thread accused me of bugging the house like a spy. You add a decibel-only monitor in the main room. It measures volume, not voices. Set it to warn at 75 dB before 10 p.m., 60 dB after. Post that you use it in the listing. When it pings, the device sends a polite text. Volume high. Please lower voices or move inside by 10. If they ignore it twice, you call the platform and press the party prevention button. You log the pings as proof. You're not recording people. You're recording loud. The neighbor across said she watched a guest wander at midnight trying to find his car. That felt like a sketch. Guests roaming at night happens when the arrival plan is a shrug. Your plan now is clear. Photo of your house at night with the driveway lit and a big arrow park here. Instructions say, front door only. Left hall to the guest room. No yard wandering, no back gate use. Add a one-line map inside on the console that says, kitchen here. Guest room here? No other doors. Guests don't guess when the path is labeled. Insurance? The thread screamed, Airbnb voids insurance and ruins our rate of the day. I don't know what that means. You check your homeowner's policy and your platform host protection. Many require you to notify the carrier of short-term hosting. If your carrier balks, you add a host rider or switch to a policy that allows owner-present hosting. That's adulting, not drama. The HOA doesn't set your insurance, but they expect you to have it. The sticker also said, unapproved exterior lockbox. It's a small combination box on my porch rail. I thought it was cleaner than hiding keys under a fake rock. Lockboxes need to live out of street view, inside the porch behind a post or on the side of your door frame. Rail mounts read like you're mailing keys to anyone who visits the cul-de-sac. Tonight, we'll move it to the door jamb with a screw plate and paint the sleeve to match trim. No one wants a key farm on a rail. My neighbor is nodding, but she's still side-eyeing the word hotel. Give her a reassurance sentence that doesn't read like a promise you can't keep. Say, we're switching to owner present only, max 2 adults, driveway only parking, inside by 10, trash day of with lid closed, text me if you hear voices after 10, and I'll end the porch chapter in minutes. Short, real, enforceable. I'll post that with before-after photos of the listing screen. Good. Now let's tape your driveway so guests don't park diagonally like abstract art. Blue painter's tape makes 2 neat arrows on the concrete, 6 feet from the garage doors, pointing nose to tail. A third arrow points down the block to the park side with "Overflow here only" scrawled beside it. A printed photo of the cul-de-sac with a red X overlays the opposite side. A small sign by the inside console says kitchen, guest room, no patio after 10. A doorbell chime toggles to do not disturb 10-7. The decibel-only monitor blinks 60 dB after 10. The lockbox screws into the door jamb and a dab of trim paint erases its look-at-me vibe. A second trash cart order sits in your city portal waiting for Tuesday. About occupancy math. I have 1 guest room with a queen and an air mattress. The platform begs me to list sleeps 4. Don't. List sleeps 2. Extra beds are for emergencies when a toddler appears unannounced on a family visit to you, not for bookings. Every extra head adds volume and trash. 2 adults in 1 room keeps it quiet. If a couple brings an infant, you approve, but you write infant under 2 with travel crib only, and you still stop at 2 adults. What about a minimum night? I make money on 1 nights. 1 night stays are where chaos lives. Switch to 2-night minimum for weekends. That halves turnover. Halves cars, halves trash. You'll feel the difference on Sunday morning when your cart lid closes. Can I still let my sister use the room with her twins if I close the listing that weekend? Family visits are not commercial use. Close your listing those nights. The rules still apply. Driveway inside by 10, lid closed. But you don't owe the platform a guest list for your sister. My neighbor asked for a way to call me without posting in the app. She didn't want to embarrass me at midnight. You put a little tag on your mailbox with your number and a note. If guest noise after 10, please text me directly, I'll fix it. You also put the same sentence in the app once so neighbors know the path. People are usually decent if you give them a lane that isn't public. Okay, but what if a guest argues at 10:05 and says we're on vacation? You point to the pre-booked message where they said, I agree to inside by 10 and the decibel pings if they're loud. You say, we can keep the reservation if you move inside now, or we can call the platform and end it. Your choice right now decides if we end quietly or with a paper trail. Most people pick inside. If they don't, you call the platform and I'll stand here while you do. What about cleaning at 6 a.m.? My cleaner runs a vacuum early because she has school drop-off. Vacuum at 8 a.m. earliest. Night turnovers are a self-own. Stagger checkouts to 9:10 a.m. and starts to noon. Your block is not a lobby. I'm hearing that I'm not a hotel. I'm a neighbor who hosts like a neighbor. I can live with that. Exactly. Host the way you'd want your sisters next door to host. Edge cases. Wedding weekend. Group texts you that they're bringing 3 couples. Promise we're quiet. You reply, owner present. Max 2 adults. No visitors after 9. Please book a second home nearby. If they push, it's a soft no before you become a story after. Sports tournament. Teen team with parents in SUVs. Parking becomes a chess match. Nope, not in a cul-de-sac. If you bend once for 10 SUVs, you will never sleep again. Say max 2 adults. Driveway only. Overflow parkside if absolutely needed. No curb chess. Construction next door. My guests will hear nail guns at 7:05 a.m. and blame me. You add a line to the listing. Daytime construction next door through November. Quiet hours still 10-7. White noise provided. Setting expectations beats refund arguments. Holiday weekend. Fireworks, cousins, late arrivals. You close the listing or you set a 3-night minimum with an inside by 10 absolutely line in bold. No last-minute one-nighters on nights when the block is already loud. Pets? I love dogs. My neighbor's baby does not. No guest pets. Service animals are different. You welcome them by law. And you still enforce quiet and no patio after 10. You add a washable runner inside for pause. Outside barking after 10 ends the outdoor chapter instantly. Smoking? The patio ashtray became a glowing debate at 11:30. No smoking on property? Period. If you must allow, designate a single corner with a bucket and a sign, and it closes at 9:30. But the easiest life is no smoking anywhere. Deliveries that show after 10 because someone clicked evening. It pings the doorbell, wakes the block, triggers a thread. Set your delivery window to daytime and put a porch drop box with a "Do Not Knock" sign. Silence is maintenance. Check-in time at 11 p.m. for a red eye. They roll in loud even if they whisper. You either don't take red eyes or you write silent check-in only after 10. No patio. No second trips to the car, luggage staged inside fast. Lights on low. If they ignore it, you end it. Your neighbor's sleep outranks a suitcase. My neighbor wants to see tonight's changes, not just promises. The listing screen scrolls and lands on owner present, max 2 adults, driveway only, inside by 10, no visitors after 9, no patio after 10, no smoking, trash lid must close. The instant book button slides off. A saved message template reads, "Please reply with the full names of both guests and arrival time. Parking is driveway only, see photo. After 10 p.m., please move inside. No patio use." The driveway photo with arrows sits ready to send. A noise-only monitor blinks green in the living room. The porch light drops to a warm low at 10 bar on a timer. The lockbox hugs the door jamb in the shadow of the trim. A fresh 64-gallon cart joins its sibling. A roll of heavy liners sits in a bin. A label inside the trash cart reads, "Lide must close." A tiny card on the console reads, "Kitchen, guest room, inside by 10." And a post-it with your number goes under the mailbox flag. "Text me if guest voices after 10. We'll fix immediately." My neighbor's eyes go from skeptical to bored. Bored is victory. Bored is peace. What do you need from me to retire the sticker today? Upload 4 items. A screenshot of your listing rules showing owner present, max 2 adults, driveway only, inside by 10, no visitors after 9, no patio after 10. A photo of your driveway arrows and the Parkside overflow map. A screenshot of the noise-only monitor set to 60 dB after 10, and a photo of your trash cart with the lid closed and the inside label visible. Add 1 line. Instant book off. Guest list required. Quiet hours enforced. Trash lid closed, no overflow. I'll mark in progress, no fines now. After 2 quiet weekends, resolved, compliant. Platform messages count if a guest gets spicy. They do. Keep everything in platform. If you have to end a stay, you message per house rules, attached, quiet hours 10-7 and patio closed after 10. Continued outdoor noise ends the reservation. Please move inside now. If they don't, you push report and call me. Last thing. What sentence do I pin to the neighborhood app so the thread stops eating my Saturday? Pin. We've switched to owner present with max 2 adults, driveway only parking, no cul-de-sac chess, inside by 10 with no patio after, and trash day of with lid closed. If you ever hear voices after 10, text me and I'll end it immediately. I'll paste that and add my number so midnight doesn't become a town hall. And I'll be here if midnight needs me. For anyone watching later, this didn't end with a ban on guests or a neighborhood referendum on side hustles. We kept the mortgage math and killed the friction. Owner present, hosting only, max 2 adults in 1 room. Driveway only parking with overflow on the park side and never opposite driveways. Inside by 10 with no patio after. Decibel only monitor to nudge without eavesdropping. Instant book off so rules land before arrival. Guest list required. Delivery windows in daylight. And trash with the lid closed or not at the curb. The cul-de-sac turns without a chess match. The porch goes quiet on time. The cart doesn't invite raccoons. And the sticker becomes a checklist you can screenshot, not a scarlet letter. Say it clean for the close.